Right, so the regional elections for the NDC is all set to take place tomorrow. Now, I do have in the studio two candidates contesting the secretary position of the Greater Accra region, and that's Lois Tetteh and Tetteh Chaie. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us in the studios.
Thank you.
Right, so your party, the NDC, and I'll start with you, Tetteh Chaie, recently in opposition. Does it present you a new set of challenges?
Thank you very much, and let me say good afternoon to your cherished viewers. In life, challenges are also part of our daily endeavors. And as political parties, day in and day out, we are faced with new challenges. The party was in opposition, the party was in power. Today, we find ourselves in opposition, and therefore, it is a new challenge. And that is the main reason why today, the NDC as a political party is rebranding itself to assume that leadership role once again.
What sort of brand do you want to couch for yourself?
Every political party, after you lose elections, you need to assess yourself and find out some of the challenges or the reasons why you couldn't get the mandate of the people. As a political party, we have gone round, led by Dr. Chrissy Butchie. We've assessed the reasons why our own people couldn't support us. And those are the lessons that we have learned as a political party. And so going into these elections, we have those things at the back of our minds. And that is what is going to propel us to ensure that 2020 we win back the power that we lost.
Lois, let me come to you now. What do you envisage is the immediate need of the party, of NDC?
Thank you. Let me say good afternoon to your cherished viewers. I think that in NDC, we know ourselves very well. And I will say what we need is just to feel good about ourselves once again. To know that the party we belong to cares for us as it used to do. And that loyalty will be rewarded once again. Thank you very much.
Right, so let me still stay with you and pick your brains on this issue about old hands and new hands. You know, people talk about experience. Let's keep the ones who are there. And some also say, well, let's go for fresh ideas. What's your view on that?
A mixture is always the best. You can keep some very good old ones, and then you add very good, smarter, new ones. Because as you do something all the time, after a while, you realize that what you are doing may not be good enough. So you need new ideas to mix with what you have been doing so that you get a better result.
Right. Now, Tetteh Chaie, you were in Parliament, and now you want to run right. Why is that so?
The party has invested a lot in me. Today, I'm Honorable Tetteh Chaie because of the NDC. I've had a lot of experiences. I've worked within the structures of the party, at the branch, at the ward, at the constituency, and at the regional level as a deputy secretary. So throughout my life in the party, that is the role I have served before I became a member of parliament. I've gone through 2 successful elections. I've gained a lot of experiences. I won a constituency that was very difficult for our party to win. I won, I maintained it. So it tells you I have certain qualities. And today that the party is in opposition, that is the right time for me to come down and help the party. So that is the passion with which I'm coming to contest this position, to ensure that the things that we couldn't do better in 2016, I'll have that direct oversight on the constituencies to ensure that the right things are done.
Right. So before I let you go, let me put you on the spot. Who are you vying for the chairmanship position? Lois, you. Let's go.
If I plan on being the regional secretary, I have to be discreet on this point. I'm not vying for anybody.
You do have your favorites, I'm sure.
I have, but I'm not a delegate. So my opinion is not valued here.
But Tetteh Chaie, who do you think will do a good job?
As a very efficient administrative secretary, you should be able to work with anybody that the Congress decides to elect. And for me, I'm ready for anybody that will be elected as chairman for the region, because the focus is the 2020 elections.
Right. Thank you very much for being very discreet with your choices, and also wish you very well in these elections.
And let me also congratulate my sister for joining a field where men are.
Yes, I thought she would have asked something about that being a female.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's even a non-starter, because we're already in those spaces, so there's even no point asking about it at this point.
And she's doing very well.
Of course.
She's doing very good. Well.
Thank you very much.
At the end of the day, if I win,
thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being in the studio. So we there are 4 people contesting the chairmanship position of the Greater Accra region, and very shortly. So there are 4. Yeah. NDC aspiring secretary, that's Tetteh Chaie. We do have him in the studio. There's also Lois A.K. Tetteh, and there's Aristo Ai and Victor Abdul Kwashi. So these are persons contesting the secretary position of the NDC. And also